You're home for prog.
Hey, Paula.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you something. I'm really excited about it. For the first time today, I woke up, I came to the store, and I feel confident to say to you that if you don't take this Michael McDonald DVD that you've been playing for 2 years straight off, I'm going to kill everyone in the store and put a bullet in my brain.
David, what do you suggest we play?
Progtology 1. 01.
Then have to listen to Michael McDonald. Nothing against him, but if I hear Yamo be there one more time, I'm going to Yamo burn this place to the ground.
Progtology 1. 01.
Chris the Progtologist, Progtology 101 in the, what you call the dusk time of day 2 of Aftershock Festival. And even though they played yesterday, they were so fucking good that we asked them to come back and play the main stage today. I'm here with Johnny, Mark, and Daniel from the Texas band Nothing More. What's going on, guys?
Yo. Hey, man. Yeah.
So, I guess the first question is, yesterday you played the Ernie Ball stage, thought you were done, you packed your gear up, you know. How did it feel to get the call to know that you're going to be playing the main stage today?
Dude, unreal, man. We were in the middle of an interview yesterday, and the powers that be walked by, stopped the interview in the middle of it, no joke, and said, hey, you know what, fellas, I just want to tell you, you're going to be on the main stage tomorrow, right before Asking Alexandria and all these other freaking amazing bands. So, man, we're just cloud nine. We're tired, but cloud nine.
Any pressure there? Like, did you get like that butterfly nervousness thing happen? You know,
a little bit. You know, we didn't eat much. It was right at 2 o'clock, so it was like, don't eat lunch, but eat breakfast, 6 hours earlier. So it was a little jittery.
And I know you guys opened for Seven Dust for a while there, so I mean, you're used to playing for some sizable crowds. I mean, Seven Dust draws, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah, the Seven Dust shows were amazing, but this crowd was phenomenal. To just speak plainly, like everyone was just so into it, and nobody understands like what that makes us feel like on stage.
So now, I saw you guys, and today, to be honest, completely upfront with you, it's the first time I ever heard you guys. I've heard of you. I've been talking with your manager for like a week now, but it's the first time I actually heard the music. You guys are not way more, but you're definitely more progressive than any other band out there other than that played today, other than like Volbeat maybe. How do you feel about that? How do you classify your music? Where does it come from? Like, how do you classify it?
That's a good question. We have a lot of different answers for that, but really, we're a rock band at our core, but we're, like you said, very progressive, alternative. We have metal influences. A lot of people like to call us diet metal or metal with a nipple twist or something in there. But basically, I don't know, if you've never heard us before, it really comes down to just our live show's a big difference maker. We just like to do things that kind of stand out and aren't what every other band's doing. We're just kind of bored of music right now, and so we're trying to do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and really we all grew up just loving our instrument, and a lot of times that will lead you to playing it too much, some progressive stuff, but we're kind of at a cool spot where we all value technical music yet love songwriting and things like that, so We're kind of we really value the songwriting, but at the end of the day it's like we're up there to really have some fun with what we do. So
now what are some of the live things that you're talking about that you do that will really bring people's attention to you as opposed to other bands out there right now?
Oh, we like to do this sort of 3-man bass solo type of thing that it involves it starts with me, kind of the intro on guitar, and then leads into Dan and Paul on drums doing this kind of like rhythm section bass solo, and then I'll join, and gets a little more complicated, and then all of a sudden the bass swings upside down, Johnny jumps in and goes nuts with drumsticks, and then we all start flying.
Nice.
So.
And I saw during one of the songs that you actually play a percussion instrument. Is that what you're speaking of, or is this something separate? It's like the second and third song in, you start playing, the singer Johnny starts playing like a percussion instrument. Is that something that happens throughout, or?
Yeah. I was actually the drummer originally, and I started the band with Daniel and Mark, who are the 2 other people you hear right now. And we went through a few different singers, and at some point we made the switch, and I started singing, and I didn't want to leave the drums behind, so Daniel, who's the bass player, started welding and built this huge, what we like to call drumtron, which is basically this kick drum and snare, like on its side, built into this like intertwining freaking labyrinth of motorcycle chains and metal, and you just have to see it. But yeah, I play drums on that, and then the thing that Mark was talking about with the bass solo is this piece that builds into that, and we lock the bass into that front piece, and I don't know, you just have to come see it.
And were you a singer before that, or?
No, I did a few like background vocals, which we all sing harmonies.
Right.
So
which is a remarkable thing too. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I did a little bit there, but the drums were kind of my, what is it called? Your safety blanket. What is it called?
Primary instrument.
Yeah. Comfort zone between me and the audience, and singing was a little uncomfortable at first, but.
What's funny is me and Johnny actually both tried out for our own band to be the lead singer.
That's true.
And thank God I lost.
Well, I think you only lost because you got sick halfway through and your voice just went out. So Johnny won on a fluke, actually.
No, I think all y'all realize that I sound a little redneck, but who knows? Yeah, recount. Yeah.
Well, Daniel's actually, we have an alter ego that we want to start up one day when we have all the money and time in the world to do something awesome and stupid. There's this band called the Black Tracks, and Dan's gonna be the lead singer, and I'm gonna have an afro. Mark's just gonna wear a Speedo, and it's all funk music.
It's a funk three-piece that's kind of centered around all the oddities that my life has become. One day.
We can dream.
Nice. So I find it remarkable that you never sung before that, because you have a very fantastic voice live, man. You carried it well, and being able to see you twice in 2 days and have you hold up like that, that's phenomenal, man. That you've never done that before.
Well, thanks, man.
Did you have training or anything like that beforehand, or?
Honestly, the biggest help, and this is for all the guys as well, since we all sing, is the Zen of Screaming, which is a DVD by Melissa Cross, and we found out a lot of bands in this genre, especially metal and hardcore, they all watch this DVD and do the warm-ups on it and stuff, and basically it just allowed me and the other guys to do it night after night and not blow out our voice. But there's all these tips and tricks you learn across the way. Like I was talking to the lead singer of Nonpoint the other night when we played with them, and then Seven Dust the night before, and I was on the bus with him, and he was giving me just tip after tip, just because he's been doing it for so long, about how not to talk or sing the first 2 hours you're awake, or drink tea to recover your voice, but don't drink it right before, because the way how the leaf in the tea, any kind of tea really, just kind of gives you cotton mouth and sticky feeling. So there's all these little things. Those are just a few examples that you pick up along the way.
Wow. That's amazing, being able to tour with a Seven Dust and get that kind of thing. So you guys have an album that just came out. What is it called?
Self-titled.
Self-titled, so it's called Nothing More. And it's an independent release, I assume?
Yeah, it is. We self-produced it, or actually co-produced it with our manager, Will Hoffman, who's also an amazing producer. We mixed it ourselves and recorded it all in our home studio that we've been building up over the years. And the cool thing about that is it allowed us to do whatever the hell we wanted. We didn't have a label saying, we need a single, or we want this type of music like everybody else. We got to say, fuck that. We do it exactly what we want. And it actually is paying off, because people are seeing it and they're recognizing, I think there's a sea of cookie cutter stuff out there, it seems like right now. And it really paid off to do it our own way, because people seem to be digging it, hopefully.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we just wanted to write good songs, whatever that meant. If they're complicated and progressive, so be it. If they're simple and just, an easy chord progression, so be it. A good song's a good song.
That's right. I agree with that 1,000%. So what's next for Nothing More going forward from here after this astonishing development for you this weekend?
Yeah, really it's national expansion. We're an up and coming band, and we've been on a couple national tours, and that's just kind of where it seems to be headed. So.
And there's nothing set yet, or?
We might have a tour that we're finding out about any minute now. Actually, we're waiting for the phone call.
Love that.
But if it happens, we're going to be playing LA tomorrow, which we were all kind of excited about. Going home and seeing our loved ones and getting some much needed sleep and eating good food and all the above. But if we get the tour, we're going to be playing the Palladium in LA tomorrow, which is awesome. And then we're going to work our way all the way up to New York City and then come back home.
Wow. So everybody at home, make sure you look up who's playing the Palladium tomorrow.
Yeah, I was about to say, but like anything in the music industry, you're not on the tour till you're on the bus.
That's
so,
right.
so we'll see what happens.
It is very, very true. Well, Johnny, Mark and Daniel, thank you so much. From Nothing More, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for having us.
Hell yeah.
All right.